In big cities, greenlands, and amidst political ups and downs, many people are heading to the United States. They bring with them dreams, hopes, and challenges, all mixing together as they aim for a better life. From Colombia's busy streets haunted by old troubles to brave individuals leaving Venezuela to escape dictatorship, each person's journey is a tale of strength, ambition, and the desire for a brighter future. Join us as we hear the inspiring stories of those who are making the tough trip to find opportunities in America. Colombia. People from Colombia often migrate to the U.S. in search of improved opportunities, safety, and the prospect of a better life. Beyond merely pursuing higher incomes in bustling cities, many seek a stable environment free from the long-standing political unrest and violence that has afflicted parts of Colombia for decades. The U.S. represents a chance for a fresh beginning, with the aspiration of securing a safer and more stable future for their families. While Colombia has shown improvement compared to the tumultuous decades of the 80s and 90s, challenges persist. The opportunities in the United States are perceived as considerably better, hence the influx of Colombian migrants, with many settling in states like Florida or New York. In 2023, the number of encounters between Colombians and the U.S. Border Patrol reached 159,536, up from 125,172 in 2022. Nicaragua. Why do Nicaraguans opt for the leap to the United States, you might ask? Well, coming from the urban areas like Nicaro, of which there are few, there are numerous factors at play. Life in the rural regions isn't too bad, one can subsist off the land. However, urban living presents a different story, akin to navigating an economic roller coaster while dodging political hurdles just to secure sustenance. It's not merely the threat of gangs, it's the political turbulence that plagues the cities. Given these circumstances, it's no wonder many aspire for America, a land purportedly abundant with opportunities. In recent years, hundreds of thousands of Nicaraguans have migrated to the United States. Surveys indicate that roughly half of Nicaragua's populace desires to depart from their homeland under the leadership of President Daniel Ortega. Ortega, a former revolutionary tied to the Sandinista movement, regained power in 2007. Despite past imprisonment and exile to Cuba, Ortega remains firmly in control. However, his leadership mirrors that of a dictator. He wins elections by implausible margins, appoints his wife as vice president, and attempts to undermine the legislative branch. Lately, Ortega has faced allegations of lax border control, permitting unrestricted entry into Nicaragua even without a passport, thus facilitating migration to the United States. This leniency is viewed as retaliation against imposed embargoes. While the statistics cited pertain to Nicaraguan migrants, it's noteworthy that individuals of other nationalities, such as Chinese and Haitians, also transit through Nicaragua en route to the United States. Nonetheless, Nicaragua's role as a migration hub has seen a decline, evidenced by a reduction in encounters with U.S. Border Patrol, from 163,876 in 2022 to 99,496 in 2023. Venezuela. Before 2010, Venezuelans rarely crossed the southern border into the United States. From 2010 to 2015, their annual encounters numbered around 20,000. However, with the rise of subsequent dictators, Venezuela saw a significant increase in immigration. People weren't just seeking stable jobs or access to basic amenities like toilet paper, but also the freedom to express their opinions without fear of repercussions. While technically possible in Venezuela, voicing dissent could lead to abduction and years of uncertainty for families. So, in search of a better life, Venezuelans took the bold step toward the U.S., hoping for opportunities and a taste of freedom, often experiencing their first 4th of July fireworks show as a symbolic milestone. According to the CIA, over 1 million Venezuelans have migrated to the U.S. since Hugo Chávez's era, spurred by the oppressive regime of the current leader, Maduro. They flee the familiar hallmarks of dictatorship, political repression, economic stagnation, rampant inflation, high crime rates, corruption, persecution, and crumbling public services. By 2023, U.S. Border Patrol documented 266,071 encounters originating from Venezuela, a stark increase from 187,786 encounters in 2022. Honduras. Honduras, another country in the Northern Triangle, witnessed a staggering exodus between 2020 and 2023, with a total of 706,203 border encounters involving individuals from the region, as reported by the Brookings Institute. Research indicates that a combination of climate-related factors and violence has contributed significantly to this surge in illegal immigration attempts into the U.S. from Honduras. Additional studies corroborate these findings, revealing that 94% of Hondurans migrating to the U.S. cited economic hardships as their primary motivation, with 52% fleeing violence, 46% escaping environmental concerns such as storms and droughts, 46% citing political reasons like corruption or persecution, and 31% seeking family reunification. Among those departing Honduras due to violence, the prevalent issue stems from the pervasive violence and gang activity within the country. Shockingly, 57% of Honduran migrants reported feeling perpetually unsafe in their homeland. Indeed, the U.S. State Department has cautioned that Honduras ranks among the most perilous places globally, plagued by high rates of homicide, gang activity, armed robbery, and kidnapping. Guatemala. Between 2020 and 2023, almost 700,000 Guatemalans, precisely 693,552, were encountered at the U.S. border. Similar to trends in other countries, these numbers have surged in recent years. For instance, while approximately 61,000 Guatemalans were apprehended at the border from 2012 to 2017, this figure rose to 116,000 in 2018 and escalated further to 264,000 in 2019. Research conducted by Duke University indicates that many of these individuals originate from rural regions of Guatemala. The primary driving force behind this migration is attributed to droughts adversely affecting agriculture, an industry that employs roughly 30% of Guatemala's workforce. Digging deeper into the rural origins of these migrants, a significant portion hails from the Western Highlands, renowned for its extreme poverty and rural nature. Besides agricultural challenges, people are fleeing Guatemala due to heightened levels of crime, particularly in urban areas. Factors contributing to this include a soaring homicide rate and concerns regarding drug trafficking. Cuba, the source of 442,400 border encounters between 2020 and 2023, has experienced various factors contributing to this phenomenon. These include severe inflation, making it challenging for people to obtain basic necessities like groceries. Furthermore, the significant decrease in tourism during the pandemic has posed economic challenges for the nation. Additionally, the administration of the current Cuban president is widely perceived as exacerbating political and economic issues, prompting individuals to seek departure. Interestingly, many Cubans attempting to enter the U.S. are choosing land routes over sea routes. This shift is primarily due to Nicaragua's decision to allow Cubans to enter without visas. Consequently, there has been a notable increase in Cubans flying to Nicaragua before traveling through Mexico to reach the U.S.-Mexico border. This utilization of Nicaragua as a transit point reflects broader immigration issues. According to immigration experts, Nicaragua's facilitation of transit for immigrants, particularly those bound for the U.S., may be a strategic move to pressure the U.S. government amid heightened sanctions against Cuba. Specifically, around 17,000 Cubans have flown to Nicaragua within a short span, underscoring the urgency and scale of the situation. Mexico. Mexico has experienced approximately 2.4 million border encounters between 2020 and 2023, constituting 30% of all border encounters during this period. It is estimated that Mexico also hosts the largest number of illegal immigrants residing in the U.S., with around 4.1 million out of the 10.5 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S. believed to be of Mexican origin. In other words, this demographic comprises approximately 39% of the unauthorized immigrant population in the country. The motivations behind illegal entry from Mexico into the U.S. are diverse. Many Mexican immigrants seek better job opportunities and higher wages, while others aim to reunite with family members already residing in the U.S. or to access improved education and healthcare. The proximity of the U.S.-Mexico border and the presence of significant Mexican communities in the U.S. facilitate this migration. Additionally, some Mexican citizens may migrate to the U.S. to escape violence in their home country, including political and drug-related violence. Despite the considerable number of border encounters involving individuals of Mexican origin and the high population of illegal Mexican immigrants in the U.S., the number of unauthorized Mexican immigrants residing in the U.S. has actually declined in recent years. Previously, Mexican immigrants constituted the majority of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., but this is no longer the case. For instance, in 2007, there were approximately 6.9 million unauthorized immigrants from Mexico, but as of 2021, this number has decreased to 4.1 million. Various factors contribute to this decline, including some Mexican immigrants returning to Mexico and increased opportunities for lawful immigration from Mexico, particularly for temporary agricultural workers. Peru. In Peru, the narratives of Peruvians hitchhiking their way to the United States are as vibrant as a parade of llamas. Picture exchanging the misty ruins of Machu Picchu for the bustling streets of New York City, where the nearest resemblance to a mountain is a skyscraper. You might wonder why they undertake such a journey. It's for the quintessential American dream, where streets are paved with opportunities and cheeseburgers. They come seeking employment opportunities that don't involve harming alpacas. This is why Peruvians are flocking to the United States. While Peruvians have historically sought their way to the U.S. border, in recent years, their numbers have surged due to escalating poverty and political turmoil. Following mass protests and political instability in neighboring countries like Chile, Bolivia, and Ecuador, Peru finds itself amidst a profound political crisis. This turmoil traces back to December 7, 2022, when President Pedro Castillo was ousted by Congress after attempting a coup. He claimed he was merely trying to eradicate corruption within Congress, yet his distinctive hat became a symbol of controversy. According to the U.S. Border Patrol, encounters with Peruvians rose significantly in 2023, totaling 75,719, compared to 50,622 in 2022. Haiti. Haitians migrate to America in pursuit of opportunities that transcend mere imagination. They seek an education that not only opens doors, but obliterates them in their homeland. Yearning for a lifestyle offering everything from ubiquitous fast food joints to the freedom to debate the contentious issue of pineapple on pizza, Haitians view the United States as a realm where dreams materialize, or at least where one can earn enough to send a vibrant postcard home, boasting about last night's burger and fries. Since the mid-20th century, Haitians have been drawn to the United States for myriad reasons, including political turmoil, persecution, economic downturns, natural catastrophes, gang violence, poverty, insecurity, and limited economic prospects. The assassination of the president in July 2021 exacerbated an already dire situation, resulting in a power vacuum. Faced with such challenges, many Haitians embark on arduous journeys traversing through South America or Mexico with the ultimate goal of reaching the United States. In 2023, the Border Patrol reported a staggering 76,130 encounters with Haitian migrants, a significant increase from the 50,910 encounters recorded in 2022. Ecuador. In Ecuador, picture yourself unwinding amidst its lush landscapes, relishing the finest bananas globally. Yes, they take their bananas seriously there. Suddenly, amidst this tranquility, the thought of Disneyland pops into your head. What's the deal with that famous mouse anyway? Ecuadorians often venture to the U.S. for a myriad of reasons. Blending the practical with the quirky, Disney's allure is undeniable. A survey conducted among Ecuadorian migrants to the United States revealed that, aside from employment and poverty alleviation, visiting Disney ranked third on their list of priorities. Other motivations included access to education and healthcare. While Ecuador's healthcare system is notably affordable, recent years have witnessed an influx of Ecuadorians arriving at the southern border of the U.S. Several factors contribute to this surge: the lingering economic repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic in Ecuador and discontentment with current right-wing policies, which many perceive as undoing the progress achieved during the tenure of former President Rafael Correa. crime rates, and inflation add to the challenges faced by Ecuadorians, prompting many to seek refuge in the U.S., primarily aiming for New York. Notably, in 2023, U.S. Border Patrol recorded 116,229 encounters with Ecuadorian nationals at the southern border, a stark increase from the 24,060 encounters in 2022. Thanks for watching.